And good evening, everybody, and welcome here to race number 6 of the debut season of the PCSRA Craftsman Truck Series. Getting ready for tonight's running of the Driving for Lineman 200 here at the Gateway Motorsports Park. 20 laps about to be underway here this evening as Ingrid Pollard, is on the pole position alongside of Luis Hernandez. Pollard is 20th in the points table, and as I said, Luis Hernandez alongside, he is 28th in the points after his struggles last week at Atlanta. Jamie Bodine in row number 2. Jamie Bodine 27th in the points table, and Victoria Hughes alongside, who comes into this race 7th in the points standings. As you look at the rest of the starting lineup, Alex Winters, Carolina Bradley bringing up the rear of the field. Let's make sure these drivers roll off properly so that way nobody has any issues. As we are not too far away from the city of St. Louis, Missouri. It looks like everybody is gunning off pit road properly. So let's go over the top 10 in the points table presented by Golden Corral. Help yourself to happiness. Billy Kitchens is still the points leader by 26 points over Marcus Sellers. Maisie Creighton is third in the standings, 30 points back. Olivia Jackson is 32 back, fourth in the standings after a rough race in Atlanta last week. Xavier Allsopp rounds out your top 5, 34 points back. 35 back is Carlos Rodriguez, who's 6th. Victoria Hughes, who I mentioned, is 7th. Michael Brown, 8th. Harrison Jenkins is 9th. And Blake Wagner completes the top 10. Shyla Askarov did fall outside the top 20 in points. She is a total of 1 point back of 20th in the standings. Can she have a bounce back to try to get herself back in the top 20 for her win to count for a playoff berth? We will see. Green flag is in the air. We're racing at Gateway. It looks like everybody did take the green flag, so that's a hallelujah. Don't know how Gateway's going to go. Of course, the last time I did Gateway on this channel before the reboot was the Monster Energy Series, which turned into a demolition derby. I'm hoping that's not going to be the case here tonight. Ingrid Pollard will lead the first lap of tonight's race. Jamie Bodine now in the second position. After today's race, this is race number 6. We have 10 more races left to go until the playoffs begin for the Truck Series. So, as I talked about it with Cup and Busch, where they have plenty of time, not a lot of time for drivers to try to get wins to get themselves in the top 20 in the points table for their wins to count for a playoff berth. Check back here at the rear of the field. Alex Winters going underneath Cody Goforth. Maisie Creighton, not the run she's having here tonight. Of course, she comes in this race running well in points. There's Parker Castle in the 57 machine. That's Aaron Hornish, who had a mechanical problem at Atlanta last week. Not sure what the issue was. There's Morgan Lohr in the 13 machine. Dropped down the spot to 11th in the points, so this is not the result she's hoping for, so she needs to move forward. Inside line is where you want to be, as Shyla Askarov running in the 18th position. She's going the right way. And Askarov fell, like I said, down to 26th in the points. Right now, her goal is to try to get herself back into the top 20 in points. She is a total, if I do math in my head, She has only a total of 13 points back of 20th in the standings, being Ingrid Pollard, who is in that critical 20th position in the points. And then lead change, Jamie Bodine goes by the XI Batteries Ford F Series of Ingrid Pollard. Jamie Bodine, the owner of Yellow Jacket Racing under the affiliation of Indiana Motorsports. Ingrid Pollard, the 2023 Amateur Series champ. Really important for these drivers to have a good run here tonight. Tomorrow night, we cap off our gateway portion of this race weekend. We got the Busch Series race tomorrow. And with this night race being in the Central Time Zone, it will be an 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time green flag. It's going to be the HighVDeals.com 250 presented by DoorDash tomorrow night for the Busch Series drivers. And then the Cup Series drivers, they're in Pocono, Pennsylvania, as they will go racing at the Tricky Triangle. As they get prepared for the Party in the Poconos 400 presented by Walmart, which will be on Sunday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So normally for the night races, it would be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but because we have the Cup race Sunday afternoon, this is Friday night for the Truck Series, so this would be tonight. Tomorrow night, which being Saturday, will be the Busch Series race at also at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and then the Cup race Sunday afternoon at 12:30 Eastern Time. Our next race for the Truck Series is next week, as we head to Auto Club Speedway, their first race out west since Phoenix. They will be joined by the Busch and Cup Series. They will be racing at Auto Club. At 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be at Auto Club Speedway next week. Then the following week, we'll be at Las Vegas for all three series. And then we'll have Michigan for all three series. And then Trucks and Busch will take an off week because we'll have the All-Star race for the Cup drivers only at Charlotte. And then we will have Charlotte as the first race in what we like to call the Chase to the Chase. Actually, the Cup Series drivers will have a. Never mind. No, never mind. After Michigan for all three series, we'll have the Cup drivers only. I forgot the Cup Series drivers have one more race in their regular season, which will be at... They will be I'm trying to think where they're supposed to go. I'll figure that one out. I'll figure that out when we get to the Cup Series. Oh, they go to Papyrus. They would go to Papyrus. That would wrap up the first half of the regular season. That was the track I was trying to think of where we're supposed to go for Cup. So they'll have a road course to finish off the first half of the regular season. Down the 5 laps to go. These two have a nice little cushion over third place Luis Hernandez. Morgan Lohr's not having a good run. Blake Wagner's going to take a hit in the points. Let's see where Shyla Askarov is running in the 36. There she is, running in 15th. Remember, came in this race 13 points behind 25th in the standings, as she's about to lose another position, or about to lose a position to the 15 truck. Still a well-needed run for Shyla Askarov to try to get herself back into the top 20 in points for that win to count for a playoff berth. They have a 2.4 second lead on third place Luis Hernandez. As Jamie Bodine leads, we're down to 3 laps to go here at Gateway. So trucks will be off until Charlotte. After the next few races, which are next week at Auto Club, Las Vegas, and Michigan. And that'll be it, because they will be off after Michigan. It will be the Cup Series drivers only at Papyrus Motorsports Park in Connecticut. As Pollard's trying to look underneath the 80 truck for the race lead and for this win, as we're down to 2 laps to go in that La Rosa Dodge Ram. So Cup have got some road courses, and then, of course, as I said, Charlotte will kick off what we like to call the chase to the chase. It'll be a fun second half of the regular season for these series. White flag is in the air. 1 more lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Jamie Bodine has led the most laps ever since he passed Ingrid Pollard earlier on in this race. I think he's going to hold on to the victory. And Bodine came in this race 27th in the points. He's another one of those drivers that if he made it back in the top 20, he would be in the playoffs, as Ingrid Pollard's on the inside, side by side to the line. Looks like Jamie Bodine's going to win at Gateway. Take the drive-in for Lyman 200 by 9 1,000ths of a second. And the question is, for Jamie Bodine, is he going to be in the top 20 in points for this win to count for a playoff berth? Ingrid Pollard will get second. Luis Hernandez will get third. Good run for those drivers. Victoria Hughes fourth. She'll stay in the top 10 of the points leaving today. Marcus Sellers in fifth. Remember, he tried to run down Billy Kitchens, who will actually finish sixth. So the top 2 in the championship, it's only going to be a 1-point shrinkage, but Billy Kitchens will still be your points leader heading into next week. And Olivia Jackson had a much better result in 7th. Emma Keizer 8th, Michael Brown 9th, and Alexandria Sarnes complete the top 10. Shyla Askarov finished in 14th, and she was 13 points behind 20th in the standings. We're going to have to see if this is going to get her back in the top 20 or not. But if not, a well-needed run from her. You look on further down through the remainder of the finishing results there. We had a little contact on pit road, but anyway. A lot of drivers did not have the good results they were hoping for. Maisie Creighton, 3rd in the points. She's going to take a hit in the standings. But all 36 trucks that started this race all finished the race on the lead lap. No cautions, no DNFs, nobody a lap down, and all of them have a clean race truck, which will be interesting to see what happens next week at the Auto Club Speedway of Southern California when all 3 series head there. Tomorrow night, we cap off the portion of this race weekend. We got Busch Series at Gateway, and then we fly over to Pocono, where we will see the Winston Cup drivers racing in our first of 2 trips to the tricky triangle of Pocono Raceway. Hope you'll tune in for that. If you enjoyed tonight's race from Gateway, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCSRA crew today. We showed your full finish results. Your point standings are down in the description heading into next week at Auto Club. Until then, I'm V DeVoe signing off. Good night from Gateway, as you've been watching yet another broadcast of PCSRA TV, where champions are made since 2010 and the best in racing around the world since 2017.